to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What's up, Scott?
Nice to meet you. This shirt is 20 years old.
Oh my god.
I don't wanna love you, but quit making me love you in a different time.
Red Day. Was that a British accent?
Yes.
Coming off the royal wedding?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's exactly why.
Did you watch it?
Shed 2 tears. I watched highlights.
What do you think?
I think they're an adorable couple.
Okay.
That's what I think. And I think that I think it was really them who designed everything, and you could tell they put a lot of thought into it. You asked me what I think.
I mean, there you go. Honest answer.
Yeah.
Now, do you think they'll last?
Yeah, I do.
I do too, actually.
I do.
I really do.
I said, have you seen those memes going around that's like, you know, it took me 35 years to... There's a whole meme about you know, growing up, like, it took me 35 years to figure out something, and it said, it took her 36 years to become a duchess, so all hope isn't lost.
Yeah.
Right.
Or I liked the one that was like, Selena Gomez has a best friend who gave her a kidney. Meghan Markle's best friend set her up on a blind date with a prince. What are my friends doing for me?
Right.
And I'm like, good point, good point. So, welcome to Houston.
Thank you.
You've been here before.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been a while, though.
Yeah, do you remember much of it?
No.
Okay.
We were in and out. Honestly.
Okay.
In and out.
Have you done anything since you've been here?
Not really.
No.
No, we hung out in a hotel parking lot.
You know what? That's the best.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
are
my
parking
favorite
lots here,
things
though.
to do here.
We're going axe throwing tomorrow, though.
Are you serious?
Yes.
What?
We're going to an axe throwing bar.
Yeah, just so
Where's that at? Where's it at?
What?
It's near our hotel, apparently.
None of the people
Wow.
from Houston here know this.
I'm
It's world
coming
famous,
because I
guys.
need the experience, I guess.
Yeah,
just
everyone's
doing
welcome.
it so that you don't think that we aren't the type of guys who would not enjoy a city we're in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just going to throw some axes and really
Okay.
soak in that Houston thing that everyone does here, right? No?
Yeah, we all throw axes in our spare time.
Yeah.
No, you gotta get some cowboy boots. You gotta eat some Whataburger.
Yes,
Yes.
For
Whataburger.
sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
You gotta do all the Texas
Is
things.
this where Whataburger's from?
Yeah,
Yes.
Texas.
Oh, just Texas General. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Get a couple honey butter chicken biscuits. Yep. We've done that one before.
Okay. All right. So you know how amazing they are.
It's the best.
But they are.
They're the best.
Gonna try to scalp some tickets for tomorrow night.
The
The game.
game,
Not
the
not
Rockets
concert,
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
screw
I
the
was like,
concert.
the concert's not.
The
Okay.
I was like, you don't have to get
Whatever.
tickets to Whataburger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, that would be awesome.
Yeah, you got
Well,
any?
if you, I don't have any, but
Okay.
if you get tickets, you have to root for the Rockets.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, done.
for sure.
Okay, all right. I don't know your team, so just saying. You're in
Yeah.
Houston, you got to root for the Rockets.
Of course.
We know.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that would be awesome if you got tickets to the game. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Let
We're
me
thinking
know.
about,
Get me one.
Since we're playing Wednesday and Friday at the arena, we're thinking about just staying.
Just sleeping in our green room
I
and just
mean,
hiding out.
Honestly, you could probably fit in the lockers.
Yeah.
You guys
Oh,
aren't that big,
absolutely.
so
It's a good
I
idea.
think it would work.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the tour because Man of the Woods tour with Justin Timberlake. That is amazing. How has it been going?
It's been going. Tour is literally a dream come true for us, and
Yeah.
it's something we had been talking about with Justin for 3.5 years since we met him. You know, like the first time we met him, he was like, "God, you know, it'd be awesome, and it's, you know, down the line if we could tour together." And to actually be in the middle of it right now and doing it, it's like, it's so cool. Like we've imagined these songs in an arena setting for so many years. To come out and play them in that setting and to feel them in a huge room and to see them working in that setting is like so gratifying.
Yeah. And then, I mean, you guys have an amazing story when it comes to how Justin Timberlake found you and everything. I mean, I know it, but I don't think other people really know it, so I'll let you tell the story.
So we put out a YouTube video of us covering Push Your Love Girl. Tweeted it at him, as one does when one covers a song of a famous artist that you admire, thinking nothing would come of it. A few days later, he retweeted it, and the day after that, he DM'd us and said, "Hey, I'd really like to meet." We met with him like a week and a half later in Atlanta while he was on tour for 2020 Experience. And he sat us down and pretty much laid it all out for us. He'd had a phone conversation with Adam before then, but he was essentially like, "Look, I I checked out the rest of your videos, and I really would like to mentor you, and I think we could collaborate really well together, and I don't want you to say yes to me because of who I am.
Right.
You know, I just really think we would vibe well together, and so the three of us, of course, said, what to think about it, dude. And
that was a joke.
Right?
That was a joke.
I cut that one.
We said something. And yeah, and that was 4 years ago.
When you got that first DM,
Yeah.
were you like, this can't be real?
Well, there was a very quick inspection and a verification that there was a blue check next to the name.
Yes.
Yeah. So that we pretty much immediately knew that it was him, and then we freaked out.
And then what has it been like working with him? Are you guys best friends now? To you?
We're friendly. No, I mean we are. We're on a friend level with the
Yeah.
game.
It's cool. Like we get to we hang out with him. You know, we get to approach him from, you know, a much more pure perspective, which we established honestly in the studio last year, and over the years. I mean, we've whenever we've been in the same city since meeting him 4 years ago, we've really been able to put in some good personal time with him. So this is just an extension of that. We get to see him every day, and you know, it feels really good to just kind of be a part of the energy that he creates every room he goes in, and every time he plays. Like, we get to watch his show every night and just be around him and all his people, and we've really like picked up a lot of like skills from him.
What would you think would be the biggest lesson he's taught you? And it could be different for each of you.
I think one thing I've really picked up from him, especially it's in everything in performing and in the studio, but in the studio he is very much in the moment, in the sense that like we can often get a little bit overcritical of what we're creating, and that can sometimes hinder the process. Like in the moment you can be like, I'm not digging that, or I think we need to find a new sound, and he's just like, no, let's roll with it. We can address that later. And that was a really good lesson, because you learn how to like ride the energy and see where you get, rather than stopping it before it ever gets there.
Which, I mean, people do that in every career, I feel like.
sure.
You know, get in their heads a lot.
Another thing that I personally picked up is, I'm sure we all did too, is just the way that he confidently makes his like identifiable, the things that make him Justin. You know, in the same way that like Michael Jackson would say like Shimon on the, like, as his sort of personal stamp. Like, Justin has the things that are his identity, and we, being three artists who have a lot of influences that influence us, it's really good to see like people who really know who they are. They're putting their flags in the ground as to like, this is my identity as an artist.
Yeah.
We have started to establish those things of our own, as opposed to just being fans of a lot of things and sort of blending them, which we still do, but now we're starting to form like actual identity pieces.
Like, this is who you want to be defined as.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
He also does a really great job, and this is also not something, you know, like new or that will surprise anybody, but he works very, very hard to make it look like everything comes easy. And it was really humbling to see that from him.
Yeah.
You can see that his team appreciates it, and there's just a mutual respect between the entire crew because of how hard he works. It gets everybody else to work harder and really want to work harder, and that's why he is as good as he is. I mean, he's obviously an extremely talented guy, but he also has to work really hard to
Well, and I think that's very refreshing to hear you even say that, because obviously on the other end of things, we don't know him, we don't see him every day, and it's like, wow, he really does look like this amazing guy who's so nice and so humble, and to hear that he truly is that guy, it makes us like him more.
Yeah, I know.
He's too perfect. And how has the tour been going? I mean, besides him, just you guys on a bus together. Like, I know you were all friends before, so are you learning new things about each other?
Well, we toured for a number of years in a Sprinter van, crisscrossing the country, and that you are never more than like 2 feet away from another human being.
Yep.
And it's crazy. And this is the first tour actually that we're on a tour bus. So I mean I don't even see these guys anymore.
Yeah, shut the curtain.
I got my bunk. Yeah, no, it's like it's been amazing, and like we kind of feel like we could just stay out for, you know, a couple years like this. Like we've really put in the time, and we know what it's like to be in a van driving around the country. And it's really grueling and hard and rewarding. So to have someone who drives us, and we can just focus on playing music, and we have a studio set up in the back. It's
that's nice.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. So you've been working on full album?
Well, eventually.
So here's where we're at. So over the past, since meeting Justin, we've written probably 150, 160 songs.
Wow.
Like completed. We've demoed most of them. We have a SoundCloud that would take you like a day to get through. And right now we're at a spot where we've put in enough years of writing them and playing them live and seeing what audiences are responding to. That sort of the cream has risen to the top, and we are ready to release the best of that in the next year.
So I don't know if it'll be an album, but we're certainly going to release a lot more
The
music
format's
this year.
constantly changing of how we want to best do it. It doesn't really have to be an album anymore. So we're sort of piecing together how we want to do it, but it'll get done in the way that we think is going to maximize each song that we put a lot of time into.
Yeah, we're at like a really interesting time in music, as I'm sure you know, being in radio.
Yeah.
Like, we, for 3 years almost, we literally like holed up in our studio in Nashville and wrote and recorded, and we were like, we're not putting anything out. And now that we've put the EP out, we just feel like the floodgates have been opened. And for a while we were sort of like, you know, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't when it comes to releasing music. Like, we were so precious about it. And now we're just kind of excited that we know we got so much more where that came from, and we're ready to just let it all out.
And have you found that, I'm sure you have, this tour has really helped build your fan base?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, big
sure.
time.
Because your music is very similar to Justin's stuff a little bit. Like when I was listening to it, I'm not sure which one sings what, but I heard
pretty much all me.
a little bit of like
Everything.
Justin influence. So it was cool, because I think a lot of people don't realize that when they go into a show and they hear music and music that they don't know. It's like, I like to listen to bands before I see them, if I see them on the ticket. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm vibing this.
What's cool is that a lot of people have seen us, our name, from Justin's tweets and you know, his advocacy over the past 3 or 4 years of his immediate fans, but a lot of people in the room don't know who we are. So we have to win them over. Our job is to A, make people know who we are, and B, get them prepped and warmed up for Justin. We know our role in the, like, as a baton, you know, we passing the baton to him and getting everyone ready. So it's caused us to really like amp up the energy in the set, and we're not playing any of the songs like the record. We're listening to guys like Adam Blackstone and other people in Justin's band, like, who are top of the line musicians and arrangers and musical directors, who are never playing a song like is on the record. That's always changing and adding elements that flash for the live and energy for the live performance. So as musicians too, I play guitar, Adam plays guitar, and Matt plays keys. We have a bass player, we have a drummer, and we have another keyboard player, who are all like very studied on our instrument. We are sort of incorporating so many new elements to the show that we haven't been doing before. So that along this way, we played little club shows in various cities whenever the logistics work out. You know, we get ourselves out of the arena and go and play for a few hundred people in a club. And we've been taking the show we've been playing in the arenas and obviously modifying it, but taking the elements and the energy of it and putting it into a club, and it's been one of the most rewarding feelings to know that all of these things that we have just been like gleaning from Justin and his band, and that we're incorporating into our own music and to our own arrangements live, is like really translating well.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, obviously building you guys up, so eventually you'll be able to go on your own tour and sell at arenas.
Absolutely,
For sure.
Yep, give it a month.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes. Hey, you gotta set
I
goals.
like that.
You gotta set goals. That's awesome. Do you guys have any like before stage rituals? Like, what do you guys do before you hit the stage?
Take a shot.
Yeah.
Hey.
Don't do anything crazy.
And like just
Usually whiskey.
a lot of times we do a talk through of kind of a specific moment in the show that we're changing something or something needs a little bit of a visualization because it kind of gets us in the mindset of executing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, basically 30 minutes before a show, we just sort of start playing music loudly, usually.
What are your like pump up songs? Like what gets you going?
You know, it's funny. It's not always pump up. Like it's not always like hype music. A lot of times it's kind of like funk or like Earth, Wind, and Fire. Stuff like that. That just kind of gets us like into a.
Just loosens us up.
Yeah, in the zone.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for tonight. I know, I'm excited. Like, listening to you guys has pumped me up for tonight. Because usually I will listen to every single Justin Timberlake song or whatever artist I'm seeing, and that gets me pumped up, but I listened to you guys, and I was like, here we go, I'm ready.
I just want the listeners to know that she's wearing a vintage NSYNC t-shirt.
20 years old.
Hey.
20 years old.
Hey.
Justin is very different
it's
looking
in
now.
incredible shape.
I know.
Looks great.
I know. Well,
He actually he looks pretty good right there.
it's the, shaved head Justin,
Yeah.
the Gone
Gone
Justin.
Oh,
What are your favorite Justin songs?
Actually, Gone might be my favorite.
Yeah.
Gone's
Oh,
awesome.
Justin songs.
Justin songs? Well, that counts. You wrote that.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
still
Gone's
counts.
awesome.
I actually have the Celebrity album in my car. Guys, I sound crazy, but I'm not. I promise.
Favorites.
Higher Higher is a really good one off the new record.
Yes.
We like that.
So
We like
good.
that a lot.
Yes.
Obviously, we like Push Your Love Girl.
Yeah.
Take Back the Night off of 2020.
And the entire Future Sex Love Sounds album is perfect,
Mhm.
front to back.
Mhm.
I just re-listened to it a couple weeks ago. It's so good.
They're
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun night.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna dance. I'll be on the floor, so
Amazing.
look for me. I'll be
Me too.
freaking out.
Hey.
We'll be freaking out together.
Yeah, both of you.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Say bye to Facebook.
Bye,
Bye,
Facebook.
Facebook.